What is consulting? Our definition, the cathedral view of consulting, is that there are 4 components to consulting. We could write this all as a sentence, but let's just go through the 4 as we see them here. Identifying client needs and issues, bringing our skills to address these needs and issues, creating affordable, implementable solutions that lead to near-term results. So this is it. There are 4 pieces, and these components affect all of Cathedral's consulting. Now, the name of the firm is Cathedral Consulting Group. As a result, what we look at is in every aspect of what we do, we play this role of consultant. We don't own the companies. We don't run the organizations that we work with. We are here to help them. They have issues. They need solutions. And they need those solutions to produce results. So this is our task as consultants. Now, as we look at these things, what we're going to find is that this consulting discipline is our key value proposition to our clients. In other words, this 4-step, 4-segment, 4-unit definition is our core value proposition to our clients. You say, what do you do? Well, this is it. We identify client needs and issues. And then we bring our skills to address those needs and issues. And we create affordable, implementable solutions to those needs and issues. And those solutions generate near-term results. That's it. That's the elevator speech. Now, the challenge we have is that, we do this in specific areas, and so that we try to make it more efficient. And as a result, we create things we call the Cathedral Way. But underlying the Cathedral Way is this basic idea of client needs, skills, creating solutions that are affordable, implementable, and achieve near-term results. So let's take a look now. How does this create value to our clients? The clients hire services based on needs, not on value. Now, everybody says that makes no sense. I've been doing this a long time. Clients hire based upon needs, not on value. And the reason is that needs are clearly compelling, whereas value is unproven, untested. And so what generally we're going to find is that it is the needs and issues of a client that will cause them to want us to create solutions. Therefore, what we need to start out with is this identification of needs. Now let's just take a little bit further exploration of how this idea of needs versus value comes into play. So if we look at cost savings, most of the time doesn't generate a project, whereas regulatory requirements generate projects. So for example, some things that you'll run into are tax returns. Okay, so a company has to file a tax return. Tax returns are complicated, so they have a requirement that generates a need, and the environment creates their willingness to pay somebody to solve that need. They don't have to pay somebody. They can file their own return. Many companies file their own return. So it creates a need, but not a requirement to hire somebody. Wills for death transfers, okay? People need wills, okay? You can go and test it. You can have a non-will situation, but everybody knows it's better to direct your assets to whom you wish rather than letting the state do it for you. So the will is a requirement of death, And so here again, you could draft up your own, but it has certain legal complexities, and so you will now have a need to get one that works, and so then you'll hire an attorney to do that. Audits. Okay, audits are a special accountant review, and the bank financing may require an audit, in which case then you have a requirement creating a need. Now, an audit cannot be done by yourself. It's not an option. You actually have to hire somebody, some independent accountant to do it. Okay? HR filings for tax and OSHA. Okay, so some of these kinds of compliance requirements create a need. There will be issues and needs that the client will not have identified, but that Cathedral can add based upon our experiences. Okay? In other words, the client is going along happily, and they don't see that they're going to have a strategy problem, that they're going to have an HR problem, that they're going to have an inventory problem, that they're going to have a cash flow problem. And so that our firm experience can be brought to bear to say, look, you should be prepared for this problem that's going to come down the road. And so this then becomes an important strategic issue and an important value proposition. In other words, our ability to identify these things before they happen is a value proposition to the client. Now, our monthly service program are designed to do that. So we have our topics of the month, and used correctly, they are designed to frame a set of issues and challenge the client as to whether they have them or whether they have resolved them. Now, once the issue's been identified, it needs to be shaped into something that can be addressed. In other words, quite often issues start out as kind of amorphous things, and it's not really a given that issue can be addressed easily or cost effectively. Now, part of our role as consultants is this shaping process. And we need to understand that this is another value proposition. The ability to identify is one, the ability to shape that issue into a solvable issue becomes the second.